الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون. أبناء الطلاب، أهلا وسهلا بكم في مدرسة صلاح الدين الأيوبي الإعدادية المستقلة للبنين. قسم اللغة الإنجليزية يرحب بكم جميعا في مراجعة التقرير الأول والتقرير الرابع للعام الدراسي 2014 و2015. My dear students, you are welcome to Salah Din Independent Library School for Boys, English Department, Grade 9, First Report, Part 1. Reading. Now we are going to read some of reading comprehension to answer some questions, but before we start I want to advise you with some steps for reading comprehension. First one, please try to scan the text to know the general idea or what is this text about. Second step, please try to read questions and try to answer them well and try to understand them well. And last step, try to read to find the answer. For this text, for example, it begins with this year, teenagers in UK are receiving less pocket money than they got last year, but it is still more than most other urbans receive. The average amount is £8, about 12 euros a week, with teenagers in London getting the most at £12. And those in Wales, the least, that's how the quantity of teenagers in London. Many teenagers have to earn their pocket money by doing chores such as washing up, cooking, washing the car, or food shopping because their parents want them to learn the value of the money. They normally receive a fixed amount every week. However, not all parents agree with giving their children pocket money, even if they help with the housework. Tim Banks, who teaches in York, says, if I gave my kids pocket money, they would just spend it all without thinking. In my opinion, they should get a part-time job and earn it themselves. I would be happier with that if it didn't disturb their studies. In fact, nearly 30% of teenagers have part-time jobs because they feel they do not get enough money from their parents. Many do paper rounds and shop work, and some older girls make money from babysitting. So what do teenagers spend their money on? Mobile phones, DVDs, and computer games are at the top of the list. They shouldn't worry because banks say over 50% of teenagers save more money than they spend. Now, move to question, choose the correct answer. First one, teenagers in London are receiving £6 as a pocket money a week. 6, 8, 10 or 12? Yeah, of course, it's 12. Also choose the correct answer. The underlined pronoun them in line 6 refers to A. Friends, B. Parents, C. Relatives, D. Teenagers. Yeah, of course, it's teenagers. Question number 3. Answer the following question. What do teenagers spend their money on? Yes, they spend their money on mobile phones, DVDs, and computer games, and these things are on the top of their expense. Text number 2. English is not the most widely spoken language. Through skimming only the first line of this text, I'll know that this text is mainly about English language. Yes. So, English is not the most widely spoken language in the world in terms of the number of native speakers, but it is the most widespread one. The importance of English is not just in how many people speak it, but in what it is used for. English is commonly used as a medium for communication of information and news. 80% of computer data are processed and stored in English. More than half of the newspapers published in the world are published in English. Even in many countries where English is a minority language, there is at least one newspaper in English. English is a major language of international business, diplomacy, and science, and the professions. It is the language that Turkish business persons and the Japanese business persons are likely to use, communicate, and to exchange information. English is also an official language, or the official language of many international organizations, including the United Nations and many professional organizations. It is frequently the language of international conferences, and it is the language of international athletics. Popular culture has also played an important part in spreading English. American and British popular music are heard all over the world. American movies are seen in almost every country. Books in English are available even in the countries where few people actually use English. One reason that students give for learning English is to understand these songs, movies, and books. Before we answer questions, I think some of you will ask me, "Teacher, we have lots of difficult words in this reading text." That's true, but I want to advise you, please, don't pay more attention to difficult words and try to guess the meaning through context. Okay? So, choose the correct answer. Number 1, this text is mainly about space language. Of course, directly you will say English language, French language, Japanese language, or Turkish language. It's of course about English language. Number 2, choose the correct answer. 60% of computer data are processed and stored in English. Number 1, 20%. Number 2, 30%. Number 3, 60%. Number 4, 80%. So the correct answer is, yes, is 80% of computer data are processed and stored in English. Number 3, answer. According to the text, what is the most of the importance of English language? What is the importance of English language? Of course, if you come again to the text, you will find the answer very clear. It is the very important language because it had a wide range on all over the world. All people around the world use it in different sites. A new text again. Hani has a lot of hobbies and interests. He usually gets up early so he can run before work. He doesn't often have time to ski, but he occasionally goes on Saturdays during the winter. Hani often rides a horse at step near his home. He sometimes goes after work, but he usually goes horseback riding on Sundays. He loves music. He always goes to practice singing on Wednesdays evenings and sings in the theater on Sundays. He doesn't have much extra money, so he rarely goes to concerts in the city. He seldom watches TV because he likes doing things outside. He usually goes to the gym if it is raining outside. He is not often alone because he has a lot of friends. He occasionally does something alone, but he usually does his activities with one of his friends. He is a happy man. Choose the correct answer. Hani gets up early and ran before homework, hobby, work, watching TV. Yeah, of course, it is work. Hani usually does his activities with one of his friends, brothers, sisters, parents. Excellent, with one of his friends. Now a short text. A recent study of the kinds of food people prefer to eat determined that children and teenagers that are in the world like to eat almost the same things, no matter how different their countries might be. Young people, especially small children, enjoy eating food that are rich in sugar, such as the chocolate. And of course, potato chips are an international favorite with the children. While these food preferences are shared by millions and millions of children and teenagers, this only changes as they grow older. Choose the correct answer. What is the main idea of the passage? 1. Young people everywhere like similar food. B. Too much sugar is unhealthy for small children. Number 3. People from different countries prefer different types of food. Number 4. Chocolate is more popular with young people than are potato chips. Young people everywhere like similar food. Excellent. Answer the following questions. Which kind of food do children enjoy? Unless one of you will say chocolate. Yeah, of course, but they like eating food that are rich in sugar. Like, yes, chips, chocolate, and so on. Another reading comprehension. My day begins when my mother wakes me just before dawn to do my prayers. Then I make a cup of tea myself and do some schoolwork. After that I have my breakfast, my mother prepares and walk to school. It takes about 10 minutes to get there. The first class begins at 7. After the third class we have a 30 minutes break, which gives us enough time for some refreshments. After the final class of the day, which ends at 1, of course p.m., we get back home. I have my lunch and take a nap. Then I play football for a short time and come back to do my homework and prepare my lessons. I spend my evenings in my different ways. Sometimes I go with my friends to the city center or the club to play football or tennis. On some evenings we go to wander around looking at interesting shops. On other evenings I stay at home and watch TV. Whatever happens, I go to bed at 11 o'clock at least. Choose the correct answer. The passage is mainly about 1. The writer's school. 2. The writer's friend. A day in writer's life. A day in the city center. The writer said in this text, I wake up, I go to school, I come back, I go out, I go to bed. So I think all these activities that they are called a day in writer's life. Excellent. Question number 2. Choose the correct answer. The writer goes to school by bicycle, by car, by bus, On foot. Of course, the correct answer here is on foot. Number 4. Why? Because he said, I walk to school. So it means that he goes to school on foot. So the correct answer is number 4. Question number 3. The underlined word club on line number 10 means the word club. Does it mean a place where people play sports? Or a place where people see old things? Or a place where people see animals? Or a place where people live? All of you know club. So in the club we play football. So a place where people play sports. Answer the following questions. Why does the writer get up early? To go to school? Maybe. But he said especially, I get up early for good thing. All of you do it, I'm sure. Yes, of course, to do his prayers. Where does the writer watch TV? He watches, yes, TV at home. Now